Hello, and welcome back to the Fluent Foundation's English podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. Today, we're talking about the single biggest thing holding back most English learners, the fear of making mistakes.
It's a paralyzing fear, James. We see it all the time. Students know the right answer, but they hesitate, they stay silent, or they choose an easier, less natural word just to avoid being wrong.
Exactly. We need to flip the script. We want to prove to you today that mistakes are not failures. They are absolutely essential, powerful tools for fluency. Mistakes don't matter, and we're going to show you why.
Let's dive into how to change your mindset and start speaking boldly.
Jamie, let's start with the big picture. What is the real, ultimate goal of learning English? Is it perfection?
Absolutely not. The ultimate goal is communication and connection. Perfection is a myth that doesn't even exist among native speakers. Native speakers constantly misspeak, use filler words, and break grammar rules.
That's a crucial point. If your goal is to be perfectly correct 100% of the time, you will never speak. You will always be stuck in your head, translating and editing.
The mental energy spent trying to achieve perfection is energy that could have been used for genuine communication. Think of it this way. Clarity beats correctness every single time. If the listener understands your meaning, you won.
So, the first mindset shift is, your job is not to be a grammar expert. Your job is to be an effective messenger, except that the message is more important than the grammar.
Let's discuss the positive power of the mistake. James, why are mistakes actually the best thing for your learning?
Because a mistake is data. When you make a mistake, you discover exactly where the gap is between your knowledge and your application. Silence gives you zero data.
That's a great metaphor. If you try to use the past tense and you say, I go yesterday, you've just proven to yourself that your brain hasn't automated the verb went. The mistake highlights the specific thing you need to practice.
And this leads to our first actionable tip, the correction protocol. 1. Acknowledge. Acknowledge the mistake mentally. Okay, I used the wrong tense. Don't judge it. 2. Self-correction. Try to fix it immediately if possible. I went yesterday. 3. Move on. The most important step, keep talking. Don't stop the conversation flow.
And here is the language you can use in conversation when you make a mistake. Wait, let me rephrase that. Excuse me, I meant to say, let me correct myself. It was...
Using those phrases professionally signals to the listener that you are an advanced, active learner who is in control, not a beginner who is panicking. You turn an error into a moment of self-correction and mastery.
James, another reason people fear mistakes is that they feel every error is judged harshly. Emma, what is the reality of how native speakers perceive learner mistakes?
The reality is the 90% rule. Native speakers only register the information they need to understand you. They filter out 90% of the small grammar errors. They are listening for the meaning, not judging your grammar structure.
And if a listener stops you to correct every mistake, they are a bad listener. They are breaking the communication flow. Your focus should be on finding listeners who are supportive.
This leads to our next actionable tip. Increase your speaking volume.
When a learner is nervous about a mistake, they often speak quietly, mumbling or whispering. This makes their English less clear, which ironically makes them more nervous.
Speaking louder, not yelling, but projecting your voice confidently sends two messages. To the listener, my message is important and I am confident in sharing it. To your brain, I am in a safe environment and it is okay to make sound.
Try this today. Pick a sentence you're confident in and say it 10% louder than you normally would. You will feel an immediate surge in confidence. The louder you are, the less power the fear of error has.
Let's wrap up by looking at the long-term perspective. James, how does embracing mistakes transform you from a hesitant learner to a fluent speaker?
It ties back to the habit of action. A fluent speaker is not someone who never makes mistakes. A fluent speaker is someone who recovers from mistakes quickly and never stops speaking.
The goal is to move the mistakes outside of your mental loop. Don't let the thought of a mistake stop the speech.
Think of learning like riding a bicycle. You cannot learn to ride a bike without falling off a few times. Those falls are your mistakes. You stand up, adjust, and try again. You don't quit the whole activity because of a fall.
So our final challenge to all our listeners is to go out today and try to make 5 new mistakes. Intentionally try to use that tricky conditional tense or that difficult phrasal verb. Get it wrong.
Because every single mistake you make today is proof that you are trying, you are growing, and you are becoming more fluent. Your mistakes don't matter. Your courage to speak does.
What an empowering discussion, James. Remember, listeners, the fear of mistakes is the only real barrier to fluency. Your goal is clarity, not perfection.
Embrace the data. Use the correction protocol, increase your speaking volume, and go make those 5 mistakes today.
I'm James.
And I'm Emma. We'll talk to you next time.